So where did this story come from?
So you might have seen it, but we shot this back in 2019, and this stemmed originally from a personal experience of mine, but it was also due to the political landscape we were in at the time and are now
currently back in
again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great.
So that's where it initially came from.
So you shot it in 2019, or the idea?
No, we shot it in 2019.
Gotcha.
We shot it in Sherman Oaks, or Studio City, I can't remember, in 2019, and it did the festival circuit, but it was cut short because of the pandemic. And now that the feature is in development, I decided to do a second festival run.
Oh, that's great.
To reintroduce it.
That was going to be my next question, is this feels like it's maybe part of something bigger,
A larger
which sounds
world.
like it is.
Yeah, it's definitely part of a larger world. The feature script is complete. In fact, Deb, shout out to Deb. We just did the Writers Lab together in New York.
Cool.
The script was selected for that this
Congratulations.
year, which was cool. Thank you. Yeah.
It's fabulous.
So the feature script, the feature world is similarities that you have Jane and you have Ruth in the script, but not necessarily in the roles that you see them in here.
Sure,
or the relationship that you see them in here. It's a much more layered than that, of course, because it's a feature. But yeah, we're almost fully financed, so hopefully shooting next year.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
That's
huge.
huge.
Yeah, it's big. It's big.
So just going back to the short, since we all were lucky enough to see it, talk to me about
Yeah.
working with your actors, because obviously, I think I can apply this to all the movies we just watched. Very heavy,
Yes.
very intense.
Yeah.
So what was your working relationship like with them?
Well, I was really lucky because I know the two actresses very well. Alexandra, who played Ruth, I went to NYU with many, many moons ago. And Katie Parker, who played Jane, I've known for, almost 15 years now. And she's really a veteran actress. She's been doing horror she's been in almost everything Mike Flanagan has ever done. So she's a total pro, and I was very lucky in that way because we already had a good friendship and good working relationship. So that's important when you're asking an actor to delve into such personal material.
Yeah.
There needs to be a lot of trust there. And so I was lucky that trust was already built in before we arrived to set, because I was asking them to go to some places that, can be very difficult to go to. So
Yeah, pretty scary.
yeah. And but they're also both women, of course, and I think as women who have had similar experiences. The material really resonated with them, and they knew what I was trying to do with this story, and they were behind it 100%. So that also really helped.
Yeah, and it really shows.
They gave beautiful performances.
Yeah, and there's little things in this I thought you did so well. I think nightmares, if I want to call what we watch in your film a nightmare for her.
Yeah.
I think can kind of be really hit or miss, but there's little things you did, like when she goes to grab the knives, but then all the knives are stuck and everything comes out in that. So there's just little touches like that I think that to me is like the scariest part. It's like, I've had nightmares like that.
Yeah.
And
that was, the facility that she's imprisoned in is, in the short version, is meant to be sort of a place where those dreams manifest. And become very much a waking reality. So it's interesting that you noticed that, because that was whenever I do these little things, I'm like, I have no idea if people are going to notice or if people are going to understand or get it, but it's important for me to put that texture in there anyway.
Of course, yeah. There's moments where it felt like David Lynch in the sense of the way he kind of shows nightmares and all of that. So I mean that is the ultimate compliment.
Yeah, of course. I mean, Lynch is a legend.
Yeah.
So.
So I guess for you, how is this world? I don't want to spoil the feature, but how is this
Not
world
at all.
kind of expanding in the feature?
Yeah, no, I mean, it's okay. I've been talking a lot about the feature lately. So the feature is very much, did you say Civil War?
Yes.
Okay. So if you can imagine the way they did Civil War, where what I thought was so brilliant about the film is, you know, we could be sitting here talking,
Mhm.
right? And the war is taking place right outside. You know, it was like very grounded in a lot of reality in that way. Like there were these impossible circumstances or what feels impossible, but because it was so grounded, it felt like it could be happening right now. And so that's what I really wanted to do with the feature. So, you know, you start the feature and you're sort of still trying to figure out what's going on, but women are being disappeared, but no one's intervening. You know, it's sort of actually, I mean, it's like what's happening right now, actually. Not just to women, obviously, but but these women are being disappeared to a re-education facility, which is a pilot program that's been funded by the government, and it's run by the RMMS Foundation, which stands for Remothering a Motherless Society. And so Ruth is actually running the program and the pilot program. And, you know, her belief is just that if women can experience pregnancy and experience birth, then they will understand that that's the reason they're here. That's their reason for being here on this earth.
Mm-hmm.
So she has lots of ways to help that happen.
So the feature is kind of more from her perspective?
Well, it's still, so our protagonist is actually, we see it through the lens of not in this film, but her name is Rachel, and she's an OBGYN who is arrested because she is giving illegal abortions to desperate women. And so that's why she's arrested and sent to the facility. So we really see it through her lens. But Jane and Ruth are both there when she arrives at the facility, of course.
Yeah, wow, that's just as heavy as I expected.
It's pretty heavy. It's pretty heavy. It's more realistic. It's more grounded in reality than the short, I think. Still with the horror elements and a lot of the horror tropes that you would expect from a horror film, but like Civil War, very realistic.
So I think it's really interesting because you brought up that you made this film in 2019 when the world was in the place that it was in. And now it's 2025 and the world is in the place that it's
worse.
in. Yeah. So I guess how, as an artist, do you kind of reflect upon that? Because you made a very, very intense movie during a very, very intense time, and now you're trying to make an even more intense movie during an even more intense time. So how do you go about that?
Well, it's interesting because when I did the short, I knew I wanted to do a feature if I could make that happen. But I also, you know, when 2020 came around, I didn't know if there would be a place for that feature because for a minute it felt like we were going in a better direction. And so now that it's 2025 and we've really gone backwards, like in a big, big way, actually bigger than I expected. It feels like the time couldn't be more perfect for a film like this. And I'm lucky that I have producers who really believe in me as an artist, and they believe in the script, the feature script, and the not a lot of people would back something like this because it is very politically charged. But I am lucky that I have people in my corner who trust me with this story, because it's not about alienating people. Like my goal with the feature is, and this is why I love horror, honestly, because with horror we can get people into the room because horror is a genre that everybody seems to really enjoy. It's exciting. It's, you know, we love being scared, but at the same time, with horror, we can touch on some really uncomfortable but necessary to talk about subjects. And so that's my goal with the feature, is to get people into the room, to have them face some really uncomfortable truths, and then I won't spoil the feature, obviously, but I do leave the ending in a way where I want people to wonder what kind of ending it is for them.
Gotcha.
Like, I don't tell them what the ending is. I want them to figure that out for themselves, because then that opens a conversation, a bigger conversation about, okay, if it ends that way for me in my head, what does that say about how I see the world we're in?
Yeah.
So, yeah, so that's my goal with the feature.
That's amazing. So where is it? You said you wrote a script. What stage is it at?
Yeah. So the script is complete. I've been really lucky that the script has been so well received. I mean, as I said, I was selected for the Writers Lab, which is a program that Meryl Streep and Nicole Kidman run each year in New York City. Just completed that. The script won at Film Quest, which was really exciting.
Congratulations.
Incredible festival as well, also very supportive of independent filmmakers. And so I'm really lucky that people are loving the script. And so the script is done. We are 2/3 financed.
Congrats.
So
yes.
we're looking for that last third. But having that financing in place helps. And one of my mentors, who is the producer of the original Scream films from the 90s, has come on to produce the feature for this, which I'm thrilled
That's
about.
amazing.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, it sounds like it's all heading in the right direction.
I sure hope so.
I'm so happy you decided to resubmit it, and thank you again. And
Yes.
Re-Education of Jane Brown, everybody.
Thanks, guys, for coming out. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Casey.
Thank you.
Yeah, of
Thank
course.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you.